people say there's something magical about the way you conduct. What do you think it is?
No, no. As I told you, it's really hard work. But I don't want it to make it too much, that's like it's an exercise only. That's not true. We have to inspire the musicians who in turn play with an inspiration that inspires the public. So there's a lot of spirituality going on.
I heard that a conductor must be able to play all musical instruments. Is that true?
No, we have to understand them. We have to know their capabilities, what is possible, what is not possible, so that we don't demand unusual, exaggerated examples of playing. No, we have to know. A trombone can only play to a certain degree, and a bass violin can do certain things, etc. So we have to have the knowledge of that.
What is the most difficult part about conducting for you?
Well, first of all, the study is extremely complicated. Studying a score, whether it's new, whether it's a modern score, which has a lot of complexities, or a romantic score, which is is full of different voices going on at the same time, or a classical score which is simpler, but which is more transparent. So each one has its difficulties.
Does conducting get better with age?
Experience, of course, gives us a lot of insight. And we study the scores if we take it on like we just did Mahler's Fifth Symphony. Now, I haven't conducted that for a few years. So I take it on again at home or in the plane. I study it. I find maybe some new things that we didn't notice before. So it's a never-ending process.
Every time you conduct, is there anything special that you want to convey to the audience?
The message of the composer. Each composer has such a message in his music. For instance, Mahler, his symphony start with a funeral march and ends in a great victory of the spirit. So one has to impart, first of all to the orchestra, then to the public, this austere funeral march that we start with. And then it explodes. And you look into the man's or woman's life, what they have gone through, the tribulations. Then the fourth part is a little message of love that he himself wrote for his new wife to be. This was his message of love to his future wife. So we have to know all that and interpret it. And then the last part is a very jovial piece, which is unusual for Mahler, to be so jovial. He was a man who suffered a lot in his life. But this symphony, the last part is it's bubbling. And it's positive from beginning to end. That's how we have to interpret it too.
So it's your interpretation.
Yes, it's my knowledge of what I know about the composer and his music.
I see some conductors move a lot when they conduct. And then some, not so much. Is that just
Well, it depends on the
style?
music too. In one symphony we do both. We are communicating with the orchestra. We're not concentrating on our movements. We are communicating. We are beating, we are giving entrances, we are balancing, we are inspiring. So everything is going on simultaneously. And there's a great amount of concentration involved.
So for you, whenever you conduct, is it very difficult to communicate with everyone in the orchestra because there's so many people?
There's always somebody who's playing the important part at a given moment. So we are communicating with them, and the rest are listening. Then the changes from the violins to the cellos to the brass section to an individual oboe player, etc. So our attention is constantly moving, and eyes play a lot of preparation with the musician. We conduct with the eyes and the hands.
You must have super good ears.
I hope. I hope.
Can you notice the mistake or slight difference?
Yes, we notice the mistakes. In the concert, we pretend not to hear them because if a musician makes a mistake and we notice it and we look at him or her very critically, it doesn't help to make them nervous. You know, in the beginning, there is silence, and then suddenly there's music, and then at the end, there is nothing again, quiet. So this, between the two pauses of quietness, we expound the musicians to play their best and hope the audience will appreciate it.